What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Intoxicated Sports Report. He's Gates Emoji. I'm Emerson Hip, and we're back.
We are.
We're here. A little college football preview is going to be happening today. We got a big time Q&A.
It was a big time about 5 hours ago.
I do want to give Sal my love for spreading the word.
He's always good at that.
Yeah,
He really is.
I know I can't remember who it was that he said was going to be following along more frequently now. But shout out to any new followers.
Absolutely.
And anyone who
Thank
asked
you.
a question.
Yeah, we have almost 20 questions? No, 15? 20?
21 questions. Yeah, some around 15, give or take.
Sweet.
Almost, I want to say close to the most we've ever had. I know we had a couple early on back in the day that had a lot, but yeah, this is definitely our most in a long time.
Feels good to have this many questions after we haven't had a Q&A in a long time.
Right.
So thank you once again for everybody who asked questions.
Makes it feel worth it.
And including me, I think I have one question after everybody else's questions.
Perfect.
For you in specific.
I got a not so specific question, but I'll ask it as well.
Okay.
So what's been going on? You went to a Giants game on Sunday, right?
Yeah, can you believe they actually won?
It is America.
I know, especially they won at home.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen all the time
No,
these days.
it
No, it was a good time. Like I said, we took Theo to his first game, Devin and I. Got there pretty early. Probably the earliest I've ever been to a Giants game, maybe since I was actually Theo's age. Who knows?
Okay.
My dad probably wasn't going to Giants games early, though, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
We got there probably close, probably got in the stadium like 11:45.
I know, you guys sent that picture. I'm like, damn.
We were in
You guys
there.
are not messing around.
Well, because she paid for parking. That was really nice. It's like literally right across the street.
Okay.
I forget exactly what it was called.
In a garage
Like, it
or
was like
something?
the Audi kind of like section or like garage, something like
Yeah,
that.
nice.
It was cool. Got there early. Got a couple helmets full of food. You know
Saw
us.
that.
We're trying to do our little helmet collection now. I didn't even realize it, but I got a Space Dust IPA like before noon. felt like a dog.
Get a little knockout punch right out the gate.
No, it was fine. I kept my composure.
Yeah.
No, it was cool. Got a pina colada. You know me.
Yeah, I saw that.
You have to do it for the bit. You know.
Where do they have those?
They were the section. God, I'm trying to think. It's like
Is it in the section behind the bleachers?
no, it's a section behind the first baseline, like behind it.
Trying to think.
No, it's kind of so like the Juan Marichal entrance
Yeah.
when you cross that little bridge
Uh-huh.
and you go up that way.
Yeah.
It's on that side.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay.
Same place where the helmet nachos are. I know you don't really like helmet nachos,
Right.
but that's where the helmet nachos also were.
Right.
We're kind of
Okay.
walking around. We're like, oh, look at helmet nachos. And Devin's like, oh, look at they had pina coladas and froze. So she
Yeah.
got a froze. I got a pina colada.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I guess I've okay, now I'm yes.
Yeah.
Now I got it. Yeah, way down right field line.
Theo had a great time though. You know, we did leave in the seventh inning, but I give him the benefit of the doubt because we got there so early.
I was gonna say I figured you guys getting there as early as you did was gonna probably shorten the day.
Well,
a little more.
which is
At least,
fine.
yeah.
But you know, I wanted to get there early because I didn't want to kind of rush to get in there. I kind of wanted to get in there and kind of make sure he sees the whole place before
Yeah.
it gets super busy because obviously it got to a certain point, especially
Yeah.
on a Sunday where it got busy.
Yeah.
We told him about the little mini baseball thing you could do.
Wasn't interested?
Wasn't interested. We told him we're like, hey, look at that big old soda bottle. There's slides in it, and he's like, no, it looks too steep.
Okay.
So he didn't show any interest in that, but he did like the trolley, the stationary trolley.
Okay.
Out
in center field?
Right center field, yeah.
Okay.
And he went in there, kind of ran with some kids in there for a little bit, and rang the bell a couple times. So he enjoyed that.
Nice.
He had some ice cream, some pizza, the classic ballpark stuff.
Love it.
He got a pink Giants hat.
He
he got one. He got this like bat and a ball that's like kind of cushioned.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he really likes it.
Sweet.
He really enjoyed it. Yeah, we've got bobbleheads.
Yeah.
I put my bat in mine and broke it off.
Seriously?
So like the bat isn't connected to the player.
Interesting.
So it's like Elliot Ramos hitting the righty splash hit or like the first right-handed
Okay.
splash hit, and so you have to screw in the bat to his
Interesting.
hands because it's just the way it's like oddly shaped kind of, so it wouldn't be able to fit like in a little box
Yeah.
properly. And so she did Theo's, which was fine, and it fit perfectly. I did mine, it broke off, and Devin's like, "Well, you can just have mine. I don't care about mine."
She doesn't love Ramos?
I don't think do any Giants fan love Ramos right now. So, long story short, Theo is now undefeated in his lifetime going to Oracle Park.
Gotta love it.
Can't beat that.
Gotta love
Can't
it.
beat that at all.
Giants
Like-
are far from undefeated lately.
so bad. Like it gets to the point where I don't even care about really watching them.
No, I'm I will put it on if I have nothing better to do or watch. But I have reached the point, and I may have said this last week, where they cannot affect my day anymore. You know, like when
No, of course.
like any team you root for,
Oh,
like
dude.
if your team loses and you really were hoping for a win,
Yeah.
it fucks you up.
No, it's like a running joke between my mom and I. Is that when I talk about the Cowboys, although I'm not like as crazy as I was probably 3 years ago now, she would say, anytime after like a Sunday during football season, if she saw me with like a sour look on my face, she'd be like, "Oh, the Cowboys, should the Cowboys win?" I was like, "No, they didn't win." So I know exactly what you're talking about. Now you asked the question: is it time for the Giants to go into?
I mean, I think for the rest of the year, I don't know. I have no interest in talking about them.
And so we have, for any kind of new listeners, possibly we have ISR jail, which means if we put them in jail, any kind of topic, really.
Yeah.
That means we just don't mention them,
Right.
and they have to earn their right to get back out.
I would say
We can't put the Giants in jail because I don't think we can go episodes without mentioning the Giants.
I think we can from here on out.
I think I could slip
For
up,
the rest of the year.
but I think I could slip up on it. That's my only problem.
Okay,
I
it's fair.
think I can mention the Giants.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. We both have to agree on it, so I'm okay with that.
Okay, cool.
I just was throwing it out there. I mean, I have no interest in bantering about them for the rest of the year personally.
Because if we're like going to be throwing out shots every time we mention the Giants, it could get kind of messy. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Yeah, my caveat was going to be like if say Bob Melvin gets fired or something like that, we could of course talk about that. But no.
But that means I could go and roll in the next season.
Yeah. Well, but
Or
it was
until-
really just going to be the rest of this regular season.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking forever by any means.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, of course not. There has to be some reason.
Yeah.
Nah, I think.
We're okay.
How about we try to go the next couple episodes without mentioning the Giants, and if we do that,
Yeah.
then we can put them in jail.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I might slip up. I might slip up today. Who knows? We'll see. What are we drinking, by the way? We kind of missed that part.
Yeah, so I made just a somewhat experimental cocktail, kind of like a Tom Collins, but I used this apricot liqueur that I have as a sweetening agent. I did lime juice instead of lemon juice because I thought that would go better with the apricot. So yeah, kind of refreshing, a little bit tropical.
Yeah. Best bartender in town.
Oh, thanks. Cheers. I mean, the only thing I can say before we get started is soccer season's off to a hot start. PSG's 1-0. Spurs are 1-0.
Good for you.
Let's go, Sal.
Well, good for
Let's
us.
go, baby.
Good for us. Good for you.
Yep.
Oh, because Sal's all of a sudden a Spurs guy now,
Yeah,
right?
we're on the wagon.
Yeah, well, yeah. Whatever. What did I watch?
Definitely Tottenham's son.
What yeah. What did I say I was watching last Sunday before?
Oh, Premier League Sunday or
Trying
whatever.
to catch a little Premier League
Yeah.
Sunday. Nothing else than that.
Well, I
no other sports were on. I just was
Yeah.
like, yeah, fuck it. Who knows?
I think it was who was that game? Was it Man United and somebody?
I'm not even gonna act like I remember.
Because I remember looking at the scoreboard when you said that. But anyhow,
Just kind of nice to throw on.
right,
Yeah.
for sure. Shall we jump in?
Sure.
All right, college football preview. We're not a huge college football show, but I'm going to try and give a little more love to it this year.
People who listen to us know that I've worked the past 4 years on Sundays. Saturdays, excuse me.
Yeah.
So it's just my reality of not being able to watch any college football. It sucks.
Yeah.
So I'm not. So you're gonna do these predictions in a little bit, and I'm not gonna do them because I'm not gonna act like I know what the hell I'm talking about because I don't.
Fair enough.
And so I'm not gonna. I'm just talking about the fans like that. I'm this big college football guru because
Right.
I'm really not. So
That's fair. Totally fair.
not to say you are a guru, but I think you know more than me because I think you're able to watch more college football than I am.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens this football season with my schedule, but I like to at least pay attention, see what's going on.
Of
You know,
course. I like to check the scores, but I mean, like I couldn't tell you recruits and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to pretend I know that.
Okay.
But starting off with, I'm going to give everyone a Stanford football preview and prediction on their season. That is, of course, my school that I root for. Didn't go there, of course. Everyone knows that. I don't think I'd be doing this if I went to Stanford.
Thanks, dude.
I mean, I
No,
think that's
you're
a
right.
shot at both of us. But yeah,
You don't think you'd be doing a sports podcast on the side if you went to Stanford?
probably not. Anyhow, so they're coming off 4 consecutive seasons of being 3-9, right? So not in a good
Ouch.
spot. Very transitional period for the program. Of course, Andrew Luck is now the GM of the football program, which is
Yeah.
a new kind of position that's starting to involve itself in college sports.
Just heard him on the radio a few days ago, and always liked Andrew Luck, but when you hear him talk and you hear him give an interview, you can't help but root for the guy.
Yeah, he seems like even though may sound a little over the top, like chill and nice and all that, I think he's genuine.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh,
do.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm not. People who know me they might know that I might pull for Cal a little bit. I did not go to Cal.
Right.
I wish, just like how you wish you went to Stanford. I wish I went to Cal.
Yeah.
Not the case. But you took me to a lot of Stanford games, and I kind of grew a liking for Stanford, if that's even possible, to like both. Which
Yeah.
a lot of people would probably slap me in the face if I said that.
There are definitely people who are like not affiliated with either school, but are from the Bay Area
Of course.
and would support both.
So I've always liked Andrew Luck. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I got to see him with you
I would bet.
play at Stanford.
Yeah, I would
right?
bet
Which was,
for sure. Yeah.
Which was cool to say at the time until he retired. But,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's fun as a fan to see someone like him take over the program, and he is an architect major, so I would like to think he could build something here.
Yeah, I knew you were going with that. I hope Sal puts that in the corny
Oh
category.
yeah, definitely get out the corn on the cob.
Also, am I correct that Frank Reich is only going to be here for a year?
Yeah, so he is hired as they're calling him an interim head coach with the expectation that it's going to be a one and done kind of situation.
Okay.
I don't think they've necessarily made that official, but that was the announcement when he was hired.
Okay.
Which Frank Reich was Andrew's head coach for at least one season, if not more,
Oh, and
in Indianapolis.
yeah, that's
so I
right.
think that's where their relationship comes from.
okay.
So yeah, we'll see. I mean, obviously he has plenty of coaching experience, so I'm curious to see what he brings. I think if anything, he's going to try and start building the culture that Andrew Luck envisions, and that's probably why he brought him in. Yeah, I don't think I'm not thinking that Frank Reich has ever been a college head coach. So I believe this is the first time.
Yeah.
Which he's been an NFL head coach, but those are two
Yes.
different things. I would say.
Frank Reich, Bills legend.
That's right. He started a couple
Hey,
playoff games in one of those playoff runs.
That's Reich.
That's right.
I think he was a quarterback for the Bills team that came back like 30 points against the Oilers.
I think you might be right.
Something crazy like that. Like one of the biggest playoff comebacks in history.
Yeah, it was like 92 or 93. He had to start a couple games when
Jim Kelly went
Jim
down.
Kelly was out. Yeah,
And that was like in the middle of, I think, the Bills going to, it was either like the third or the fourth Super Bowl.
I want to say it was the third. Yeah,
Yeah, something like
yeah. But yeah, you want to actually grab that wine so we can have something to drink?
Sure. Okay. What is this that we're drinking?
A little Pine Ridge Chenin Blanc and Viognier. It's a nice, refreshing wine on this hot ass day here in Napa, California.
Yeah, it's been warm today, and Emerson, I love your new place, but it also gets warm in here a little bit.
No, yeah, it's not great. It's keeping the heat out. So Stanford's best players, I think, undeniably Colin Wright, who's kind of a hybrid defensive back. He played a little corner, a little safety in his career so far. He's their best player. I think he's going to be a senior this coming season. He had 3 interceptions last year. They don't really have much to be proud of at this point.
Mm-hmm.
They have not recruited well in the Troy Taylor era, which good riddance to him. Thank God we've moved on from that.
Troy Taylor was...
The head coach the last 2 years.
Gotcha.
He came from Sacramento State.
Okay.
The irony of Troy Taylor becoming the Stanford head coach was his first season. So I think if I'm not mistaken, okay, I'll backtrack. He was a Sacramento State head coach. They played Sacramento State. Stanford did
They lost.
in his first year, and they lost.
Which I mean, it has to be one of the worst losses
It's bad.
in program history.
It's terrible. I mean,
when it comes to, like, is Sac State
they're Division II.
division? Yeah.
Yeah, they're Division II.
Hey, enough said.
They're working their way into becoming a Division I basketball program, and I don't know if football is a part of that too.
Shout out Mike Bibby.
Yeah, Mike Bibby, Shaq is a part of that movement as well. But yeah, that was ugly.
I forgot about that. That's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, respect to Sac State, but
But it's
I think
Sac
I think them going into it, they were thinking that we're probably going to get our asses kicked.
No doubt.
Wasn't the case.
Best player on offense is probably tight end Sam Roush. He had 40 catches last year. Not saying much, but he's going to be probably the main target in the passing game, I would imagine.
I mean, if the tight end's your best player,
Stanford is known for having
Yeah.
solid tight end play, so I'm not going to say that that's super surprising. And I know Andrew Luck is probably really interested in getting back to the style of football they played when he was there, which is tight end heavy, run heavy, play action pass. So we'll see what happens this season. With
He was there with Toby Gerhart.
He was there for 1 year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew I believe he was a true freshman, and Toby
Starting?
was a senior. Yeah.
Wow.
That was pretty fun. Stanford starting quarterback this year is actually going to be Oregon State transfer Ben Gulbranson. He's going to get the start this weekend in the season opener at Hawaii.
Gulbranson.
Gulbranson. He actually played his very first college game back in 2020, which is kind of wild.
5 years ago.
Yeah. So this will technically be his 5th year of playing. I think he sat out all of 2021.
He's like the Bo Nix.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's like the modern day Bo Nix.
Oh man.
Although Bo Nix probably played like 7 years in college.
Something like that. He has played 18 games over his 4 seasons at OSU. 7-1 as a starter back in 2022. That's a long time ago, but that's something. 2-0 actually versus Stanford in his career. So hopefully we can turn that around and get some wins for Stanford.
Right.
Redshirt freshman Elijah Brown is going to be the backup at quarterback. He was kind of one of their top recruits a couple years ago out of Mater Dei. It's obviously a football powerhouse in Southern California. So I would not be shocked to see him play some quarterback at some point this year, especially if Gulbranson doesn't do too well.
Just that last name makes me laugh. I don't know why. It just does.
Is there someone we know that's a Gulbranson in Napa? I feel like that name sounds kind of familiar. No?
I've never heard that name in my life. No way. Gulbranson?
I'll have to fact check that after the podcast.
You think we knew somebody whose last name is Gulbranson?
I feel like that name looks familiar, not just because I wrote it down, but I'm not gonna go any further on that personally.
Yeah, I mean, no.
So Stanford, they're going to be bad again. There's no question about it.
You're just hoping for a 4-win season, right?
I mean, yeah, that would be great. They would really only have 2 games on the schedule that they should win, and that's going to be this weekend at Hawaii. And they're not even favored. They're 2.5-point underdogs. So that just tells you what we're walking into in 2025 with Stanford football.
Jeez.
The other one would be San Jose State, who I believe they lost to last season. So another one that they should win, but no guarantee.
That's Garrett Nahiwa's San Jose State Spartans.
That's right.
Alumni.
Yeah. Spartans, bitch.
He was fucking hammered.
Yeah.
Saying that. That was a good day.
Other games they could win, toss-ups at best. Week 3 versus Boston College at home. Week 4 at Virginia. Week 10 versus Pitt. Ashley,
okay,
you going to be at the game? And then, of course, the big game. Cal doesn't expect to be very good this year either, so I would say that's a toss-up game in Week 12.
And I think Cal has had the axe for a while, if I'm not mistaken.
They've been holding more often lately.
Last 3 or 4 years.
I want to say last season Stanford.
They beat them.
Stanford was up 14-0 in that game and lost.
Well, I mean, that's saying
and 21-7 too.
That's saying something because Cal blew a lot of leads last year too.
Especially
so the fact
that Miami game that you guys went to, that was pretty wild.
Great game, but there was another game too. I can't remember who they played. It might have been, was it Pitt? No, they had a few games last year they blew that they were not big, but like at least double digits.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
I do kind of remember that. Yeah. Brutal.
But that Miami game was.
So with all that, my prediction for Stanford is for them to go 3-9 for a 5th straight season. Definitely a cop-out answer, but but I think it'd be hilarious if they did.
You couldn't have just said 4-8.
I don't think they're going to win 4 games.
Wow.
I really don't. I think like those games I said that they should win, I think they probably split those and then maybe steal a couple of those other games they could win. But I'm not liking their chance. I mean, I almost went 2-10. It's going to be rough.
Also, for those who happen to be watching on YouTube for some strange reason, Emerson's rocking his really nice Stanford Cardinal McCaffrey black jersey.
Mm-hmm. I really wish I could have found a Cardinal red one just because I like the classic look better. But
where did you get that? Did you get that off of like a Stanford website?
Fanatics.
Fanatics, okay.
Yeah, they didn't have a ton of options for jerseys. But
and did you get that before he became a Niner or after he became a Niner?
I think I said I would get it at some point. I want to say it was after.
I think it was too.
Yeah, and
I think you were looking for a reason to get a jersey, and I'm not sure if you wanted to get a McCaffrey jersey, Niner jersey, because you didn't want to look like you were hopping on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a good reason, and it's like,
right.
You getting this makes sense.
I also don't love the number 23 personally.
Really?
I really wish he would have taken 5, but I think Trey Lance was on the team then.
See, I don't like 5. You know,
I mean, I don't love
you don't
the
like
number
23. You don't like Jordan,
Not really.
LeBron.
No. What?
I mean, like the number.
No,
not the person,
I know
the
it's a
number.
classic number. I just say it's not my favorite number. Yeah.
You know, like Kevin Martin.
Was he number 23?
23 might have been. Yeah, he played for a lot of teams.
You're funny. I gotta give it to you. But yeah, with that being said, I'll be following the ACC, that is, throughout the year. So keep up on a little Stanford football as they continue to suck. It was funny. When I was doing some research, just to be up on as much as I could be doing these predictions. Stanford power rankings on ESPN in ACC 17th out of 17.
Damn.
Ouch.
In the
In the
ACC.
ACC, which is not the best conference right now. They got some. It was a little top heavy, but not a great conference through and through.
Well, like you said, maybe Andrew Luck can bring the old style that he played for and he's used to.
This project is going to be a long one. Of
course.
It's.
I think he knows that.
Yeah,
And he's young.
he is. Yeah,
You know, I mean, you know, because he should
He's like
he should
37
still
or
be playing football.
he easily could be, 100%.
He could have.
I think he's 37 or 8, something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
mean, I think that if he would have kept playing, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility he could have at least made it to a Super Bowl
Yeah, absolutely.
if the Colts would have built around him.
It is kind of sad to think about the fact that he just got beat to shit, and
Yeah.
that's what ruined his love for football.
And obviously, honestly, I'm going to mention him again later on, Q&A, personally.
Yeah.
I mean, not to give it away, but it'll probably be one of my answers.
Yeah.
But we'll get there when we get there.
All right, so I'm going to do my predictions for the college football playoff. I'm going to predict all 12 teams that are going to make it and who's going to win the whole thing.
Okay.
Gibbs, you want to start the rundown here?
Yes, who will be the 5 conference champs with automatic bids?
So starting in the SEC, I have preseason number 1 Texas winning the SEC championship this year. I think Arch, he's going to be really good.
Is there too much hype going on right now with Texas?
I don't think so. I think it's legit. They're going to be good. I think Arch is going to be more dynamic at quarterback than they've had with Quinn Ewers the last couple of years. And Sark, I don't love Sark as a coach, but I think it's
I kind of do.
kind of moving into like this is his time to really
Yeah.
make a true run.
To me, he's kind of like a Sirianni with a better head on his shoulders.
He's not as douchey as Sirianni.
But like that same kind of like style, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you look at him, you wouldn't think head coach.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I can see that.
Also, I do think what the possibility of, I already know, I know Arch Manning Sr., or the dad of Peyton and Eli,
Yeah.
said that Arch Jr.
He's going to stay another year.
But if the Colts have the first pick,
Oh, he's coming out for sure.
he's coming out for sure, and they're going to pick him.
Well, and even I don't know if you saw just the other day, Arch walked back those comments or said, I don't know what Grandpa's talking about.
Oh,
Saying
younger
that.
Arch.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, good for him. Good for him.
Which I thought was kind of funny.
And I guess it's different now with NIL and all that. But, I mean, especially if the Colts or even like the Giants,
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you never know.
How do you say that? Or the Broncos?
Yeah.
That's not going to happen because the Broncos are going to
Or, hey, hear me out, the Cowboys. You're telling me Jerry Jones would pass on the idea of a white boy being quarterback for the Cowboys?
No.
I'm just saying.
No, he wouldn't.
I'm just saying. But, no, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Anyways.
In the Big Ten, I got preseason number 2, Penn State winning the Big Ten this year.
Okay.
They're coming back with experience from a deep run from last season. Drew Aller's going to be the quarterback. I'm not a huge fan of James Franklin, but he's had plenty of success in his career.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think with Ohio State having a young new quarterback, I think they're going to take just a step back. They'll still be good, but yeah. In the ACC, I have preseason number 4, Clemson winning the ACC. I think they could run the table in the ACC. They don't have Miami on their schedule, so that would be a likely matchup in the ACC championship game, which I think I see them winning. Cade Klubnik coming back for his 12th season in college football.
I've just never been a Clemson guy. I love Trevor Lawrence. Never liked Dabo.
I'm not a Dabo guy either.
I'm not a Dabo guy.
I don't love him.
We've
Yeah.
said this. I've said this 1,000 times on this podcast, but I'm just
Yeah.
not a Dabo Sweeney guy. Not someone. Garrett is one of my favorite quotes by him. Not somebody to have a beer with.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
When Clemson dethroned Alabama back in the Deshaun Watson days.
See, I didn't like that. I know a lot of people did,
I
but
did.
I was also kind of a Bama guy. I liked Saban.
Okay, fair enough. I did not know that about you.
Well, I guess I pick and choose what greatness I like to see. Like Tom Brady, I was over it.
Yeah.
But when it came to Saban, I didn't mind it for some reason.
Huh.
So,
I think we all kind of do that, though.
of course.
Yeah.
Like with LeBron, like I like LeBron.
Yeah.
A lot of guys don't.
No doubt. Over in the Big 12, I got preseason number 17, Kansas State. Not the favorite to win the conference, but they're one of them.
Okay.
It's not a great conference. It's kind of got some teams that are decent, but not spectacular, that are going to be headlining the conference this year. Arizona State won it last year, of course, but they don't have the same team coming back. No Scatterbo.
No.
And I think Kansas State's got a reasonable schedule, and they got a veteran quarterback, Avery Johnson, who I think is going to have a big year. So got Kansas State being the Big 12 champs.
Not to be confused with the Spurs guard or the Mavericks head coach, Avery Johnson.
Correct. And then for my non-Power 4 conference team getting in, I got Boise State going back for a second straight year to the playoff.
Good old Bluefield, huh?
Yeah, they're the only non-Power 4 team that is ranked, and they were ranked exactly number 25 entering the season. I mean, they're obviously they don't have Ashton Genty anymore, but they only have one difficult game on the schedule, and that's Notre Dame. And so even if they lose that game, that's still going to be a resume boost to some degree.
You see Genty truck your boy Diamador Lenore in preseason?
That's all right. He's a quarterback. Quarterbacks don't tackle. They never have.
Every time I say Genty, I think I'm going to say Genty.
Genty.
I can't help but say it.
You know his name is spelled exactly like Bistro Genty in Yountville?
No, I didn't.
But it's Genty.
Is your Bijan's name actually Bijan?
I did hear that.
I'm still going to call him Bijan.
Yeah. I was like, is that a joke or is this real?
Right? Like, I'm going to feel like a douche on Sunday if I'm like, oh, yeah, I drafted Bijan.
Bijan.
Like, it's just not right.
Like Dijon, but Bijan?
Yeah, exactly. Who are going to be the 7 at-large bids? And before you start, can you explain to me and people listening what the at-large part means?
At-large means like you didn't get an automatic bid by winning your conference.
Gotcha.
So this is going to be who I think are the next 7 ranked teams that get in based on their ranking.
Is at-large bids a term that they're going to use as well for the CFP? Or is that just something?
I think so. I mean, that's the term they use in college basketball, and I think they adopted it for this as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that for a fact, but I think that's what it is. So starting in the SEC, I got 3 teams coming out of the SEC. I got preseason number 5, Georgia. Kirby's always got a great defense there.
Yeah.
Resume is going to be tough, or schedule is going to be tough, but the resume will be built on that. They could be a 3-loss team, I think, getting in because they have a good season, but Alabama almost got in with 3 losses. I think that you could have argued that they should have been in.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that with more teams, there's you have more losses.
Right. Second team from the SEC I got going in is preseason number 9, LSU. Not a Brian Kelly guy, but they got veteran quarterback Garrett Nussmeier coming back. He's going to be a Heisman candidate, and they got their top 2 receivers coming back too. So I think they're gonna put on a show offensively.
Me and my family.
My family. Fucking Brian Kelly, gotta love it. And then last but not least, I got a surprise team, preseason number 13, South Carolina, who has another Heisman candidate in Lenora Sellers, who had a big year last year. They also ended last season with a lot of momentum, and I think I'm kind of riding that wave with Coach Shane Beamer, who's a character if you've ever seen him talk.
I don't think I have.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he's funny. So yeah, I'm taking them as kind of my surprise team out of the SEC.
Nice. Oh, so no Oregon, no Bama or ASU?
We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't have Bama coming out of the SEC.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Out of the Big Ten, I have 2 more teams. I got preseason number 3, Ohio State. They're always talented. They're going to be there. I just don't think they're going to have the experience out the gate. They play Texas out the gate, and then they're going to be playing Penn State eventually as well.
The fact that they play Texas out the gate is insane.
It's going to be.
I mean, it's
awesome.
fun. It's fun, but like
they do have the luxury of that. Both those games I mentioned being at home, so
yeah,
I think they'll probably win at least one of those. But
I guess now thinking about it, when I first heard that, I was like, why would they do that? But now with the expanded playoff, either one of those teams could lose that game, and it's not detrimental possibly to their possibility of making the playoff.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to say a loss could ever be a win, but like if one of those teams win or loses in a close game, it's not going to really hurt their
well, especially if that
resume.
team that they lose to goes on to reels off like 10 in a row,
right.
Maybe loses only one more game.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And then my biggest surprise, the only non-ranked preseason team that I'm taking to go to the playoff is going to be Nebraska. Dylan Raiola everyone's favorite quarterback, Mr. Patrick Mahomes wannabe.
Oh God.
I think he's going to have a big year as a sophomore. Their schedule is, I'm not going to say is a cakewalk, but their only like team I see them for sure losing to on the schedule is Penn State. And
That's a good
I don't
loss.
think, that's going to be a good loss as long as they can stay competitive there. I think they have a good chance of going 10-2, 11-1 maybe.
Is their schedule more cupcake than the Niners' upcoming one?
No.
That's the answer I wanted. Thank you.
My last two teams, I'm going to go with one more team from the ACC, and that's preseason number 10, Miami. They got Carson Beck coming into the fold. I think they're going to – I don't love his game, but I think he's not as much of a playmaker as Cam Ward was last year, but I think he'll be a little more steady, not kind of more conservative style quarterback play. And I think they'll learn from last year's late season collapse that they had that had them missing the playoffs.
Carson Beck, I don't like the way he looks.
He is
Just his face.
an interesting looking character.
Not to say I'm Brad Pitt, but like I don't like the way Carson Beck looks.
You are the hot Paul Skeens, though.
That was when I had the mustache.
You need to bring that thing back.
No, I don't.
Come on.
No, I'm not gonna bring it back. I had some gnarly facial hair today, and I don't like when I have facial hair. Just a mustache I can deal with. Actually,
I think the mustache was clean.
isn't bad.
Last but not least, no surprise, preseason number 6 Notre Dame. Their running back Jeremiah Love, he's an animal, and he's going to carry them to another playoff berth.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Did you see Notre Dame change their logo today? So they made one more football driven. So you know the Fighting Irish logo, it's like the fists are up for the Irish guy. Like the leprechaun?
You're not talking about like the ND.
No. Sorry.
Okay.
Like the leprechaun one.
Got it.
And so like the old one was him had his fist up, like he's ready to
Throw some hands?
Yeah, throw some hands. This one now is like he's running with a football.
Okay.
It looks pretty similar, a little different, and I'm sure a lot of Notre Dame purists are outraged, but obviously they won't use this one for basketball or anything like that because it has a football in his hands. You know what I mean? So they'll probably use the other one for like other sports. It's hard because should things stay the same when it comes to logos? In my opinion, probably a little bit.
Whatever.
But if you adjust them a little bit for the sport, I don't have an issue with it.
I mean, they don't put any logos on their uniforms, so it's not like it's going to.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could see maybe like on a hat or like maybe a windbreaker or something like that, the head coach wears something
Hey,
like
if you
that.
don't like it, you can choose not to buy those.
Exactly, because I'm sure they're going to have the old logo still and everything else.
Exactly. So yes, you asked earlier. No Oregon, no Bama, no Arizona State. Yeah, number 7 Oregon. I replacing Dylan Gabriel, I think, is going to be huge for them. Right? They're going with a young, inexperienced quarterback in Dante Moore. So the Big Ten isn't like an amazing conference from top to bottom, but it's going to be tough to be a part of that top tier and get in the playoffs. I think they'll still be good. They'll finish the season probably in the top 15, but I see them being just outside.
The ASU one doesn't surprise me, and I would probably agree with you the most on that one.
Yeah.
Bama surprised me because it's just you kind of say to yourself like Bama not making the playoff, especially with it now being expanded.
Right.
It seems a little tough for me to believe, but I guess.
I mean, they missed last year, right? And I don't have a huge reasoning other than I'm just not sure that I'm buying Kalen DeVore. And
That's fair.
another thing too, and this whole thing may not really affect them to a major degree until maybe a few years down the line. But from everything I've heard, they don't have the same competitiveness in the recruiting market as they did pre-NIL.
Okay.
Because they're not financially they're not suited to match up with
And that's probably why Saban got out quick, right?
I think that's a very good possibility. Yeah.
And also Oregon. I mean, you don't got to tell me. Like I love hating on Oregon. Sorry, Sal. I know you're an Oregon guy, but I think the only reason why I would disagree with you on the Oregon part because I know you have to have players and personnel to win football games, but I really do believe in their head coach. I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah, Dan Lanning. He's good. I will agree with you.
I do like him. I think him alone, his coaching could get them to a playoff berth.
I'll just say this. I took Nebraska as kind of like my one wild card pick for this prediction. Oregon's probably going to be in the playoff.
Yeah.
But I'm picking them to be the team that gets replaced in this situation.
No, believe me, I want Oregon to have a Stanford type season.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So
that's my predictions for the 12 teams making it. As far as national championship game.
who you got? Who do you think's going to win it all?
This was really tough because I came across some information recently that since the college football playoff became a thing, so that's only like I think this will be the 11th or 12th season of it now.
I think 2015.
Yeah, something. So I think this will be 11th one.
Oregon, Ohio State.
Yeah.
When Oregon lost.
I believe all 10 or 11 champions, whatever it is, have been ranked in the top 6 in the AP poll in the preseason. So that kind of narrowed my range.
I did hear a stat like that as well.
That kind of narrowed my range, which made it, you could argue easy, but picking between the top 6 teams was not easy.
Still tough.
Because I didn't really want to go with
Texas.
anything too chalky.
Yeah.
But I am going with Penn State, which I hate this pick. I just want to get that out there. I hate this pick, but that's what I'm taking. Penn State's going to win it, and they're going to beat Texas in the championship game.
Sorry, Dev.
24-20.
Wow. Funny enough, we'll go to your Heisman winner. Who's your Heisman winner?
So going back to Jeremiah Love, I think he's going to be the man. Last season, only 163 carries over 16 games played, but 1,125 yards, almost 7 a pop, 17 touchdowns.
Damn.
He got 17 touchdowns on 163 carries. That's an insane number.
That is.
And he's probably going to – I would think he's going to get like close to 300 carries this year.
Damn.
So even if he drops off in the touchdown, like he could have 25 touchdowns.
Yeah. Will Arch Manning be a finalist for the Heisman?
I'm going to say yes. I think because the finalists, it varies between it's always at least 3, but sometimes it can be 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So I always say yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting Heisman race. I think my other not so dark horse pick would be Sellers from South Carolina, their quarterback.
Okay.
Even Jeremiah Smith, if he has a monster season, he could be a wide receiver that wins it.
So you have a question for me saying, who do I have winning it all?
Yeah.
I want you just to look who I wrote down.
Did you really?
I picked Penn State too, yeah.
Okay.
I picked Penn State mostly because I was driving to work on last Saturday, and it was it was like 95-7 the game, but they have like a sports. People talking on Saturday mornings, which is kind of rare.
Yeah.
And the guy talking about Penn State is a Penn State alum, but he was also trying not to make it seem like he was trying to be his unbiased opinion. He was talking about how good this football team is going to be.
Yeah, they're going to be good.
Yeah, from like a defensive standpoint, especially. And he sold it to me, so and I didn't want to go chalk either. I don't want to go Texas because I know Deb would probably yell at me. Not really, but I know she'd probably be like, "Why do you pick Texas?" That kind of thing. I'll go Penn State. I don't want them to beat Texas in the championship game because I know that would be terrible for Dev. But I don't know. And also I hate this pick too because it doesn't seem like Penn State recently just kind of falls apart towards the end, or doesn't make it to the big game.
I mean, they did give Notre Dame that game against Notre Dame in the semifinals last year was pretty epic. Yeah, it was really good.
So I'll go Penn State too. Not knowing anything really, and going off a Penn State alumni's opinion, I'll go Penn State.
I also think from like Ohio State's perspective, it's not easy to go back to back. I don't think so in this era. It's going to.
Oh, it's tough. It's tough going back to back.
I mean, putting together a run like that in the playoffs is going to be difficult.
I mean, what sport is it easy to go back to back in besides? I mean, not even basketball anymore.
Right.
What, NHL?
We haven't seen back-to-back in the NBA in like 7 years.
Yeah. Did the Panthers go 3? Did the Panthers 3-peat?
They went to 3 straight, won the second 2.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So they'll be going for 3-peat this year. Man. All right.
And that's college football.
Yeah. We got football in 2 days. Stanford, Hawaii, 4:30 this weekend.
The whole week 0 thing to me is kind of funny.
It's stupid.
So it's like the first week, but it's also, they call it week 0?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little strange, but hey, whatever. So yeah,
I guess I forgot to mention that we do have one actually pretty big game this week. It's Iowa State versus Kansas State.
Yeah,
ranked matchup. I think they call this one. Someone told me this the other day. There was actually a Kansas State fan. It's called the something like the Farming Bowl or something stupid like that. I gotta go confirm that before the end of this episode. It was pretty funny though.
Have you? I mean, I know we're not as much Iowa fans as we used to be, but have you given them any kind of like what they're going to do this year?
They're not looking promising, to be honest. Yeah. The Big Ten has kind of like 3-4 premier teams. I don't see them being up there.
Yeah, I mean, Iowa I always have love for. It's just really hard for me to pull for a college team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it'd be fun to like at some point put that on the bucket list to get out to a game there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It'd be sweet. I don't know how much I love Iowa, but
I'm sure we wouldn't like Iowa one bit, but I think going to a football game would be sweet.
The coolest thing about Iowa, Slipknot's from Iowa.
Is that right?
Oh yeah,
That's so random.
Their second album, which is arguably one of the greatest metal albums of all time, is called Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I mean, I don't know if everybody in the group is from Iowa, but I think the band is based out of Iowa. I think that's like the origin of the band.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious, just because it's...
That's random as fuck.
Well, I mean, what else can you do in Iowa besides make a badass metal band? You know what I mean? So,
You got nothing better to do.
yeah. On to some Q&A. Should we start this off?
Yeah, let's let
All
it
right.
fly.
I'll start off with the first two questions, I guess.
All right, do it.
This one's from Seven Waffles. She asks, when are you guys going to kiss? Who says we haven't already?
Yeah. Oh, bingo.
Just saying.
Hey, maybe we'll do it on camera if you're lucky at the end of this episode.
That's a real good way to get YouTube viewage.
Yeah.
Males kissing.
Yeah. Put your boner away, Dev.
We appreciate the question because I know she's trying to probably bulk up the questions for us. But Emerson and I have actually never kissed. Surprise! Right?
I think I've kissed you on the cheek.
On the
before.
cheek. I
Yeah.
mean, the cheek is...
That doesn't count, though.
Like the cheek on my face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheek on my face.
Ass cheek, maybe. I don't know. We've gotten a little sloppy sometimes. Sorry.
Next question is from Colt D. He asks, was Soto worth the price for the Mets? I'm going to say it's a little too early to say that because how long is this contract? Like 10 or 12 years?
15, no?
15 years?
Or is it 12? Yeah.
It's somewhere beyond 10.
I think it's 15. Yeah.
Which is outrageous. I mean, I guess if you had to answer the question right now, you could probably say no because of how the Mets, they're declining right now, aren't they?
They've been struggling lately, but they're still in the playoff hunt.
That being said, if Juan Soto was a Giant, I would love it.
Oh, yeah. No, he's still having a really good year. He's maybe not having his best season, but I kind of equate his career production to like kind of what Bryce Harper has done, where he's been really good, right? He's won MVPs. I don't know if I think Juan Soto's not won MVP, but still he's been a candidate.
Won a World Series.
He won a World Series.
He's been to two.
But yeah, but never the best player in the game.
Yeah, I mean he's so good though.
Yeah, and even in his their down years, they've both been very good players still.
I mean, and will I give him the benefit of the doubt for his first year being on a new franchise in a new place?
100%.
I think that kind of like what Devers is doing. Like people are expecting Devers to be this 35 home run guy for the Giants off the rip.
Yeah.
When the Giants haven't had a 30 home run hitter since Bonds. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think Juan Soto, it might take a full year to kind of get things going. I'm sure as a Mets fan, you might think it needs to happen now.
You're right.
But I mean, you got to think. But if you also know the contract's 15 years, you have to know you're kind of in the long haul. You can't.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Do the Mets want to see a World Series win this year? Of course. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure they're still bitter from 2015 losing to the Royals in 5 games, or
Right.
whatever it was. But I think it's too early to answer. I think it's too early to say if he was worth it.
Right. I mean, if he shits the bed for the rest of this contract, of course, no.
Yeah.
That's an easy one. But I think talking about this year specifically, like he had a pretty brutal April. But if you look at his numbers since then, he's been one of the best hitters in the league. So I think you got to factor that in too.
I think Juan Soto, or I think the Mets would take having Juan Soto on their team unless he has a considerably bad drop off any day of the week.
Right. And I think in regards to the amount of money he got, I don't think really any player is worth that. Maybe Ohtani. But at the same time, if you're the Mets and you have what appears to be almost like unlimited money, what's it mean? Like it doesn't really matter as long as you get a player that's giving you some good production, which I believe he is right now. So I mean, I believe he will continue to. I think that's all really going to matter.
Well, I'm going to shout out to Juan Soto, and I think we talked about this when he got the big contract. Is I think he. For the Nationals, they offered him like a $300 or $400 million contract, and he denied it.
Right.
Like, could you imagine being so good that you feel like you can deny that?
I know.
And it worked out.
Oh, yeah, he won.
What was it, $700 million?
$765.
It's just outrageous. Yeah. So, I hope we answered that question for you.
Yeah.
Because we kind of went back and forth with it.
Shout out to Colton. He's really random to say this, but he's got like one of my favorite Instagram names of people that we follow. Just like short and sweet, but kind of explains his name.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, moving on to some Raider questions. First one from 2 Chavis. He asks, will Geno Smith lead the Raiders to the playoffs? What you think?
No.
I don't believe so either. Pretty simple. I mean, a lot of these questions are about the same thing, kind of. But,
That's okay.
But yeah.
I would give him a reason why, because I think the AFC is the toughest it has ever been in the history of the AFC.
The conference alone, right?
The conference alone.
And then their division, too.
They might end up 4th in their own division.
Yeah. I think they will be a better football team than they were last year,
But you still might
but
be
they
fourth.
still probably finished last.
I mean, the Chargers had 11 wins last year.
Yeah. Broncos won at least 9, if not 10.
Yeah.
Made the playoffs.
I agree with you. I think they could have more wins than last year, but I just don't. With how hard the AFC is, with how hard that division is, given you're going against Andy Reid, Jim Harbaugh, and Sean Payton.
Yeah.
And, I know Pete Carroll, in his respects, is a Super Bowl winning head coach, too. But I think it's more purely, I'm not a Geno Smith believer.
Yeah.
I think any Raider fan would have to admit, any logical Raider fan would have to admit that this, he's not the answer.
No.
There's no way he's the answer.
Definitely feels like a stopgap kind
Yeah.
of situation.
I know he didn't write back, but he's also not going to take it to the playoffs. I'm sorry. And if I'm completely wrong on this, I will apologize to Chavez. I'll reach out to him on my own.
Yeah.
I'm not going to meet up with him and have a beer and give him a handshake. I just don't see it.
I think, not to go too far before we get to these other questions, but I don't know that there's really any division that you could put the Raiders in, and I would say that they win more than 9 games.
Yeah.
Maybe 10, if they got lucky with some injury luck for some other teams. But yeah. Next one is from IB Monty. I think I'm saying that right.
Or eBay Monty.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out.
Or IB Monty. Yeah, it's probably IB
Yeah.
Monty. Yeah.
What do you guys think the Raiders' record will be, and if Geno will last past this first season? So, like I said, I think their max potential would be 9 wins if everything went their way. Mm-hmm. But
I'll give him.
I'm leaning 6-7.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
And will Geno last past this first year? Well, it depends if you're a Raider fan. If shit hits the fan early and you start 1-4, 2-5, that kind of thing. Do you kind of want to tank and try to get maybe Arch Manning? You never know. That kind of thing.
I don't know what his contract status is, but I'm just going to assume that he is on a 1-year contract.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then I'd say it is very likely that he will not be on the Raiders next year. The only chance that he stays with the team is if they somehow make the playoffs, which I don't see happening.
I like the Geno story. I think a lot of people didn't like him winning Comeback Player of the Year, especially over DeMar Hamlin, who literally died on the field. But DeMar Hamlin that was Joe Flacco, I think, beat DeMar Hamlin for Comeback Player of the Year.
Yes, you're right.
Okay. So Geno Smith, I believe, also won Comeback Player of the Year.
I think he did.
And people are like, what did he come back from? And I always say, irrelevance.
Yeah,
he came back from the bench.
I think defining comeback is a very we've talked about it on the show before. It's hard to quantify.
Yeah. So do I think Geno will be on the team next year? I think given the Pete Carroll connection, I think he will.
That's another thing for sure that gives it a better chance of happening. But I don't know.
Yeah, I just can't imagine being a Raider fan and actually thinking that Geno Smith could be hoisting the trophy in February.
It's also the other side of it is Pete Carroll has decided to invest the remainder of his coaching career, presumably, with the Raiders, and he does. I don't think he has a lot longer to go. And is he going to put the rest of his coaching career's hands on Geno Smith's shoulders?
I mean, I will say Geno Smith is probably a better option than anything they've had in the past couple of years.
I would 100% agree with that. Is he an option that's going to take them a lot further, though?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Well, I think it's also something to be said, and I don't really know if Russell Wilson got traded or he was a free agent, that kind of thing. I can't remember, but if Pete Carroll didn't choose to have Russell Wilson on the Raiders, and that's also kind of speaks volumes to how much he might like Geno.
Yeah. No. I do think that Russ's and Pete Carroll's relationship deteriorated at the end, and that's why they moved on.
Which is a shame.
I mean, whatever. But
it is what it is.
It's part of the business.
Yeah.
Last Raider question is from Elias Troy. Will the Raiders make the playoffs this year? If not, how many games will they win? We both don't think they're going.
No.
6-7.
6-7 wins.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. I don't know if all these guys are Raider fans.
I'm only assuming so.
Because I don't know a lot of Raider fans. I mean, I don't know these guys anyways, but I don't know a lot of Raider fans personally.
Yeah. Me neither.
I wish I did. I wish I knew as many Niner fans.
I mean, we don't really have any friends that root for the Raiders.
No.
That I can think of. Not close.
I know Sean's got a McFaded jersey, but that's pretty much about it. No, none of our friends are Raider fans. I kind of wish there were more Raider fans because I can't stand seeing that that fucking burgundy or red and gold these guys wear all the time. It's fucking lame.
You love it.
No, I don't. Our next question is from Menace. All he says is Sky Moore stat line. Do you want to explain to me what you... Actually, excuse me. Your boy Sky Moore, who you'd always talk shit about. Sky Moore, 2 Ys, count them.
Yeah.
And then Sky Moore, do you think he drinks Sky vodka?
Mom, for sure.
Mom is a recovering alcoholic.
Yeah. I thought this was really funny from Menace. Obviously, Sky Moore just got traded to the Niners yesterday.
Yes.
Because they are in desperate need of wide receiver help. And he wants to know what numbers Sky Moore is going to put up for the Niners this year. I don't think it's going to be good.
15 catches?
I gave this some thought because I laughed, of course, as soon as I saw this.
20 catches? I don't know.
Okay, so he's coming in. He has not trained with the team at all so far. I mean, he's going to get a couple weeks before, game 1. But so I'm thinking his best case scenario is he's the number 4 wide receiver on the team, which the Niners don't use 4 wide receivers on the field that often.
No.
So that's going to limit his opportunities. Also, I'm only assuming he is not long for this team, given that Brandon Ayuk's going to come back at some point, and Juwan Jennings is going to come back at some point.
So we can say DNF.
And Demarcus Robinson is going to come off suspension at some point.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give him 1 target, 0 catches, obviously 0 yards, and he's going to return punts.
Yeah, does he?
1 fumble, returning punts. That's my stat line for Sky Moore. He had 3 targets for 0 catches last season, if that gives you any context, with the Chiefs.
Was he more a part of that Super Bowl team for the Chiefs that beat the Eagles or the Niners? The second Niner one?
I think the Eagles.
The Eagles one, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he was not existent last year.
Sky Moore stat line, I'll say 3 catches.
I think that's a fair guess. Yeah.
When was the last time you've had Sky vodka, would you say?
You really want me to say? It's probably like 17 years old.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say 17 days ago.
No.
That's good. I'm proud of you. The next question is
Don't arrest me.
I just saw a picture on Facebook from 10 years ago of us in Santa Barbara with Arb at a second place,
Mm-hmm.
And he has a handle of Sky vodka in his hand. So it was probably about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
If I had to take a guess.
Yeah.
The next question is from Jiggy Lens. He asks, are the Niners literally the definition of cooked with all these injuries? I'm going to say no. Obviously, the injuries don't help. But much like the Oregon Ducks head coach, I believe in Kyle Shanahan, unlike a lot of Niner fans, and with good reason, I guess, for them. But I think if you have Kyle Shanahan, you have Brock Purdy, you have a healthy Christian McCaffrey, hopefully, George Kittle, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa. I think you guys are not officially cooked. I don't think.
I mean, it's definitely hurting my optimism. There's no question about that. But I don't think they're toast. I also feel like with some uncertainty around the rest of the division, I mean, the Seahawks are bringing in a new quarterback. Kyler Murray's been a very inconsistent quarterback over his career. I mean, I don't want to make this just about QBs, but also Matthew Stafford has been dealing with a back injury all training camp. So
Jimmy G going to be the quarterback for the Rams?
I mean,
or Stetson Bennett?
Are they supposed to feel good about that?
Yeah.
So that's why, I mean, I think this division is way more up for grabs than advertised. So.
And again, I'm going to mention it a lot. The schedule for the Niners.
It's easy. I think it's being overstated a little bit.
It probably is.
Yeah, because what's an easy schedule?
It's easy based off the win totals from last year.
Exactly.
It's not this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the only thing you can go off of.
Right. If you want to talk about strength of schedule, you can only at this point base it off records really from last year. I mean, you could kind of project, I guess, if you want, but that's really it's not really relevant.
No. Our last question is from Autumn Darko. Given the recent shifts made by the 49ers, how do you anticipate them to do?
So obviously they're going to rely a lot on young players this year to step into some roles that were filled by veterans in the past. So that's going to be an interesting thing to keep tabs on as the season goes. And obviously they're also relying on some veterans to have bounce backs, like Christian McCaffrey coming off an injury, Brock having not his best season last year after coming off a couple good years before that. And even just, Fred Warner and George Kittle staying at all pro levels, as they get older.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do I anticipate them to do? I think they have a chance to make the playoffs.
I think they're a fringe playoff team.
Yeah, I think they have a chance to make the playoffs, but I wouldn't necessarily guarantee it.
I mean, going back to what Jiggy Len said with the injuries, I think it hurts. We're going to do our NFL preview show next week.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that.
Yes,
we're going to give away all the information.
Yes,
then.
one of my favorite, if not the favorite episode of the year for me.
It's a good one.
I think I might have had them higher in the rankings of the NFC prior to all these injuries.
Yeah,
but I still think they're going to find a way to squeeze in and make the playoffs. Personally,
I don't think that's I think that's a very fair estimation. Yeah.
And it's a fact. They have not lost a home game in the playoffs since Levi Stadium has been up.
That is pretty impressive. Yeah.
I know everyone talks shit about Levi's, but there's something about them winning playoff games in that stadium.
Yeah.
And Levi Stadium, it's decent. It's in a really shitty part.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess not like a shitty part of Santa Clara, but it's just not like in San Francisco.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if that was, if you put Levi's on top of where Candlestick was, people I think would be liking it a little bit more.
Yeah, I think they would be more receptive to it being in the city for sure. So, my last thing I'll say about the Niners coming this season is I do legitimately feel they have a wide range of possibilities for how their season goes. I mean, if shit goes sideways, I genuinely believe injuries pile up and you get the drop off from some of their older star players, they could win 5 games. Yeah. But if things go well, I could see 11 wins maybe.
Well, after their terrible all-time bad luck with injury history last year, I told myself, I was like, there's no way they're going to have anything close to that this year. Just back-to-back years of that happening to the entire team.
Yeah.
I feel like it's rare.
Yeah.
Obviously, the start of training camp and how training camp's been going kind of seems like it's going to be the trend, but it's also guys that, people that you need because the receiver depth right now is a little thin.
Yeah.
But at least it's not like the key guys that you need the most. Obviously you need players all around,
right.
But at least they're not like your main guys.
Yeah.
At least Brock's up, at least McCaffrey obviously come off the injury.
Yeah.
You don't really know what's going to happen. Kittle's always durable.
Yeah. I think regardless of the receiver situation, the Niners offense is going to look a little different this year.
Yeah.
Obviously no Debo and Ayuk's going to miss some time, so they're going to have to figure out different ways to get first downs.
Well, Kyle Shanahan, he knows.
He's smart. He's a smart.
He's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. I would take Kyle Shanahan in a second. So would 29 other teams.
Yeah.
Maybe like 25 other teams.
I would say at least 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, comfortably. All right, moving on to some other football questions. Our boy Garrett Nuhiwa. How misguided are the Cowboys? Let us know, Gage.
So after you'd said there was a lot more questions for Q&A today, this was the first one that I saw when I clicked up the doc. I don't know. This feels like rage bait to me. This feels like very much rage bait. I don't know. I don't even want to get into it, really, because I could spend an hour talking about this.
Misguided is an interesting word because, Jerry has been running the show for a long time,
Yeah.
so it is. I don't believe he's misguided. I just think he has lost his mind.
Well, I think you could say he's misguiding the Cowboys.
He is the one misguiding. Yes.
Yes. How misguided are the Cowboys? It's about
100%.
100%, and about how old Jerry Jones is.
Yeah.
That's how misguided the Cowboys are. It's just, I don't even get. Garrett and I talked about this a couple weeks ago. I'm not even excited for football anymore. I kind of am, but I'm not.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I know you're excited.
Don't yuck my yum, dude. Okay.
You love football.
The answer to the question, how misguided are the Cowboys? Very,
Extremely.
very misguided.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Moving on. Another football question. David Villegas, 22. Will Shador prove everyone wrong? Where's the no button?
I'm not even sure if Shador is going to be on the Browns to start.
That is an interesting point. I think did they officially name the depth chart or?
I don't know. I think I saw.
But I thought I heard that Dylan Gabriel was number 2 and Flacco was starting.
Flacco's going to start.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, this is kind of a vague question, isn't it? What? What does that mean?
Who are we proving?
Make the league, make a team, be a starter.
I'm guessing by everyone in the NFL that kind of, since so many teams pass on him multiple times, before finally getting drafted by the Browns.
I mean, he looked pretty good in that preseason game.
He did. Yeah.
I mean, I know it's against second, third stringers, but
Yeah.
still, I mean, you got to play who's in front of you.
He looked
pretty good.
he looked very comfortable.
He did.
I thought. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if the Browns drop him, Jerry Jones, please, dude.
So you're going with yes. He's going to prove everyone wrong.
It's a hard question.
It is not. It's not an easy question to answer because the opportunity is just not there right now.
Yeah. And I don't know what the Browns are doing, and I know that's a question that everyone's been asking about the Browns forever.
Since 1995 when they came back into the league.
We've all seen the quarterback list. We've all seen the jersey with the
Yeah.
50 names on it.
Yeah.
Will he prove everyone wrong? I'm gonna say yes, because I think he knows professional work ethic. He has been around it his entire life, especially young in his life. And I think if he really wants it, he'll know how to prepare for it.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that. I'll say yes from the perspective of I think there is a team that will give him a chance to be the definitive starter. Who knows how long that lasts, but I think that would be at least his first step in saying I got to this point, like I'm a starter.
Yeah.
But I'm not expecting like a great NFL career from him, to be completely honest. So if that's what this question means, I would say no.
Yeah, it's a tough question.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Soto question. Like, it's too early to tell almost.
Right. Which is why this question is being asked. I'm sure he wants to know what we think.
Yeah.
Which
exactly.
I don't see an amazing career ahead for him.
I'd like to know what David thinks.
Yeah.
Honestly. The question is from Moisos. Does that sound right?
I think so.
Moisos. What's the biggest what if in NFL history?
I like this one. Good question. What if? I mean, you mentioned Andrew Luck. I don't want to steal your thunder, so you go first.
I'd probably say Andrew Luck. He retired, in his early to late 20s.
I want to say he was like 29,
when no one was really expecting it.
28 or 9, yeah.
Of course, he had terrible offensive lines, yet he still made it to an AFC Championship game. I know he got smoked by the Patriots in that game, but still, I don't think anybody was expecting the Colts to beat the Patriots in that game. But I think Andrew Luck and the Colts making it to that game was a win all within itself. If there's any kind of moral victories.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think for you especially, I remember that you were hurt by this because, being a Stanford guy, being a Luck guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how this could be. What other answer this could be? Because I know you could say Calvin Johnson, or you could say like
Aaron
Barry. Yeah.
Sorry. Anyhow,
like Barry Sanders, but those two guys are in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think one for me, I will piggyback on Andrew Luck in a second, but Bo Jackson came to mind.
Yeah.
And mainly because he was just such a specimen of an athlete, and if obviously an injury sucks, and those happen, but even if he dedicated himself solely to football, what he could have done, even if he did get injured, just what he could have provided for the league, and I feel like a historic season could have come out of that.
Yeah.
If not multiple seasons.
Well, with this question, if you really look at it, it doesn't say who; it says what's. So you could even do
you go
games, situations.
Yeah.
Like you could even
what's his face has a missed field goal for the Bills.
Yeah, Scott Norwood.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking if it's like situations, the Brett Favre pick.
Oh my God!
In
dude.
the NFC Championship game against the Saints when he was a Viking. I mean, he didn't need to throw that.
Dude.
I think the game was tied at that point.
Yeah, and they were they already in field goal range, or was it kind of fringe field goal range?
I want to say I looked it up recently, and I think
it would have been a long one.
I want to say the interception, but I think they had time though.
Right.
I want to say the interception. Yeah, it's clearly they had time because the Saints had to go kick the field goal themselves.
Right.
I want to say when he threw it and it got intercepted, it was like on the 40-yard line which was like the Saints 40-yard line.
Yeah. So it would have been
No, the Vikings 40-yard line, I think.
Their own 40.
Like I think when the Saints defender caught it and went down like at the 40, I think that was technically
on theirs,
on the Vikings
okay,
on the opposite side of the 50.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one that always comes to mind. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, as a Niner fan, you have a ton. I think of like the Dez catch.
Yeah.
Also, I think Phillip Rivers. if he would have won a Super Bowl,
He'd be a shoe in Hall of Famer.
yeah. And right now he's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I definitely, when I saw this question, I was sarcastically thinking to myself, like, Jimmy G to Emmanuel Sanders. You know?
Yeah.
What if?
Straight up.
Jimmy G might still be the quarterback of the Niners. Who knows?
Or if, fourth down, overtime, the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
the option play, Mahomes first down. It's like, if you guys tackle him, the game's over, you guys win.
Dude.
Not trying to.
No, yeah.
No, seriously.
No,
I'm just trying to be
but
serious.
you're right. Yeah. But yeah, I guess my thing with Andrew Luck is like I'm not sure that he would have won a Super Bowl as good as he was, but it is sad. Like he retired coming off of his best season of his career, which was that one definitely hurt. You're right.
Yeah. This one's from AI Alonzo 23.
I think it's A1.
Oh, A1. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. A1 Alonzo _ 23, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite number 23. He said, who is your pick to go from worst to first? Every year there's one team. I think he's probably assuming the NFL.
NFL, yeah.
Good question.
I actually brought up the standings just to see, and not to be a homer, but I kind of think the Niners have the best chance.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the other one I was thinking, I mean, it's kind of a long shot, but I was thinking Tennessee. Like, because who knows? Maybe Cam Ward has a Jaden Daniels type season. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that division is not that strong.
Yeah, Niners is a good call. Another long shot, because I think a lot of people are high on this team this year, is the New England Patriots.
Yeah, I liked the Patriots coming into this year, but I don't think I like them to beat the Bills in the division.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
And then, on the NFC side, like, if Caleb has a huge year for the Bears. But, yeah, I think I'm going to go Niners on this one.
Yeah, that's a good
personally.
call. That's a good call.
I'd be curious. Like, is there actually one every year? That's another. I mean, I don't know if he's just saying that.
I think he's probably just saying that because
Yeah.
it
To
might
kind of
not be
enhance the
literally,
question.
might not be literally, but I think he's
Yeah.
probably
I mean, that definitely happens. I know.
yeah. Well, I think he might be thinking too that it feels like every year in the NFL there's like 3 new playoff teams from the year
for sure.
from the year prior. So maybe
Yeah,
that's kind of
but
what
that
he's
doesn't
talking
necessarily
about.
mean division winners, you know. But yeah, no, I definitely. I know what happens for sure. I'd be curious to see how often it happens.
Should we say the Raiders for the Raiders? Were they last in their division last
They
year?
were, 4 wins.
I don't want to say the Raiders. I'll say the Niners.
I just think there's too many good teams in that division.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to some other football questions. A Woods asks, who you going with at first overall in a fantasy football superflex league?
Explain to me what a superflex league is.
So that means you can use quarterbacks in a flex position. So that makes quarterbacks the most valuable players at the top of the draft. So think like your mobile quarterbacks. It's tough because it's not like. I mean, I would say it's probably between like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson,
Yeah.
maybe Jaden Daniels
Yeah.
or Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
I think I'm going Josh.
Yeah.
I think Lamar would be a safe pick, but I think I'm going to Josh.
Can't go wrong with either one of them. I'd
Yeah.
probably go Josh
Yeah.
too. Although, do you think Josh is going to come off, or have coming off MVP season and be a little like not as good as he was? Maybe Lamar Jackson might be a little better, more expectations.
I would be curious to see if maybe they dial back his involvement in the running game.
Who Lamar?
Josh.
Josh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, maybe I'll go Lamar.
I'll go Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar might be the safer pick actually.
Yeah.
He's just, I guess, a little more injury prone. He hasn't missed a ton of games in his career, but he has had some injuries. Josh really has been pretty durable.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a super flex league?
No. I think the concept's interesting, but I've never been into it. Another question from Moy Sauce. Thoughts on NIL deals in college sports? Do you have any opinions there, Gage?
I'm gonna say the kids should be paid.
I would agree. I am in favor of adults being able to use whatever advantage they have to make money.
Yeah.
I don't think there should be anything against that. But I do think, in a way, the NIL thing has gotten a little out of control, and NCAA probably needs to find a way to rein it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it really has thrown off the balance of college sports a little bit. Like, now,
because there's no team there's no like kid coming out of high school that's going to go to this borderline D2 college football team that they might actually go to prior without the money because they're getting like a full ride rather than go into a place and not get a full ride. They're obviously going to go to a place like a Clemson, a Bama, Texas, where they're just going to throw them a ton of money that the other smaller schools can't give them.
Right.
So I agree I think that is an issue.
Yeah.
Don't know how they could really school that.
I'm
police that.
Yeah, I'm searching for ideas on that too. Not that I not that I care that much, but it's just, it's one of those things. I don't have an idea to fix it, but like I think they do need to find a way to do it. The other thing I would say that it's ruined is like the development of players within a program. So like, and I don't want to sound like too much of a traditionalist, but I think there are a lot of people that feel that a player should go to a program, commit to it, and try and work their way into the starting role, say like as a quarterback, rather than just bounce around from school to school, and because this school is going to give them money and an opportunity to start, even though it's not a better opportunity for them overall.
Yeah.
Like why would, like, let's say you were a top recruit out of high school or one of the top, and you're going to go be a quarterback at Texas, and you're the third stringer as a true freshman. Is that worse than being offered to then in your second season as a college player going and playing for Wyoming and like
But getting paid
but
more?
getting some money and then getting an opportunity to start? Is that better?
Yeah.
Or would you rather be developed by probably way better coaches at Texas and a way better program and playing on a way bigger stage and maybe eventually getting that money? I just think
because if you played the bigger stage and you're good enough, you would think you're going to get...
those NIL deals are going to come around, right?
Well, then you might get the eyes, and if you're good enough, you might
Yeah.
go to the league, and maybe being on a bigger team or a bigger school like that propels you to be able to go to a NFL team or enter the draft.
Yeah, just be in a better position.
Unlike the Wyoming, who might not notice you as much.
Right. I think the chasing the money is a little... Obviously it's new, so we're everyone's still kind of figuring out how this whole thing works. But I don't love that part of the whole NIL thing. I'd rather see kids commit to something and work their way up the ranks within a program rather than just bounce around from school to school. I think, I don't know, it's kind of weird to me. But like I said, it's new, so we're still getting used to it. Oh, you want to get some more wine for us or a beer or something?
Isn't that full? Oh, no. Right
No,
now.
it's in there, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Like, what are you talking about? So our next two questions are from Macha Dad, who is a great friend of the show.
Last but not least, of course.
Yes, he asks if you're quarterback, or if you're starting quarterback if your starting quarterback for your NFL team was a beer, what beer would they be?
I like this one. So Brock Purdy, for me, I think he's a Busch, like a Busch beer, Midwestern kind of guy. Not like flashy. I mean, maybe a little flair, like Busch. They got Busch Apple.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the Busch brand actually as
Busch
a whole.
Apple is.
Yeah, they got some flair there, but not a ton.
Yeah.
So like at the core, they're still like basic American light,
Mm-hmm.
But get the job done. Like it's a hot summer day, you want a light beer.
For me, being Dak Prescott, I know the answer I want to say, but I can't say it.
Blue Moon.
No, I want to say something else, but I think I might get in trouble if I do. A little bit.
Okay, then don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. I'll say a Bud Light because he's watered down.
I like it.
That's what I'll say. That's what I'll say. His other question was, "What's your favorite athlete nickname?" XFL. He hate me.
Who's that?
I forget. I don't know what his name actually is, but he was an XFL player, and on the back of his jersey it said, "He hate me."
They let you players do custom names back then?
Oh yeah, it's XFL, bro.
Yeah,
Anything
I'm not
goes.
surprised. I didn't know that.
Kind of a joke, but it's the first one I thought of.
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, current, like the Big Dumper. Come on, Cal Raleigh.
Favorite athlete nickname, man. I'm gonna look up some real quick.
Yeah, I kind of thought about this, and then I was like, oh, I'll go Big Dumper, but
Should I go the Juice? You mentioned Hernandez. Okay, anything goes.
I mean, Juice for Kyle Juszczyk is a good one. I know you're not a Niner fan, but
No, I'm not talking about the Juice. I'm not talking about that Juice.
I know you're not.
Let's see.
Beast Mode's a good one for Marshawn.
Yeah, that was a good
Classic.
one. I mean, should I go King James? Just be that guy.
Lame.
Favorite. I mean, this is a good one actually. Wayne Gretzky, the great one.
The great one's a classic.
I mean,
Sid the Kid.
You are so good. Not only do they retire your number throughout the whole league,
Yeah,
but they call you the great one.
that is.
I think there's plenty of them
Iconic.
out there.
Yeah.
Look up some. There's obviously like Air Jordan. Primetime Deion Sanders. The
Prime
Black,
Time is. Yep, that's a good one.
I'm sure Sal would say the Black Mamba,
Black Mamba. Yeah.
which is a good one.
Yeah.
The Great Bambino, that kind of thing. I like the. I'll stick with the great one.
I'm going Big Dumper.
Yeah.
It's like somewhat inappropriate and funny at the same time. So
No, I agree with that.
I'm going with
That's
it.
not bad. So I had one more question for you, and it was in regards to the possibility of the MLB divisional realignment and your
Yeah.
opinions on it.
Just like a lot of the ideas that have been floated on social media, obviously don't have the Giants and Dodgers being in the same division, and that's my biggest beef.
But they would still play each other given the
Well, of
MLB
course.
schedule.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're going to play every team. That would be the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested in that, to be completely honest. I'm okay. Like, I think expansion is not actually a great idea for Major League Baseball right now. I think there's a lot
Really?
there's too many bad teams. There's too many teams that are not competitive. Like, do you ever feel like the Pirates are going to be contenders for a stretch of more than 2 years in your life?
I don't know. I mean,
Do you think the Rockies
I mean,
are
I'll
gonna
tell
do
you, we
that?
went to the Angels game. You know this. I mean,
Yeah.
I know they've been good in spurts.
The Angels actually have money, so once they actually figure out their organization itself, that
Gotcha.
could change. But I look at the Rockies, I look at the Pirates, I look at the Marlins.
Mm-hmm.
Those teams just do not. I mean, and that's only 3. There's more,
Well, I think. Sorry, you go.
No, but yeah, I don't see that expansion is a good idea at this very moment.
When I saw like the 2 expansion teams, I think I've seen are Portland and what was the other one, Nashville.
Yeah,
I mean, I know. I just don't like. I don't see baseball working in Portland. Nashville, maybe.
yeah.
I mean, I know they love their Predators and their. I mean, I know Tennessee's.
Before the recent
Tennessee
talk about
Titans.
this, there was like Charlotte was thrown around, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah.
I could see that maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I think anything. The idea of anything that's not already here seems weird.
Yeah.
We get used to it after a while.
Yeah,
Hence, like the Vegas Knights, Utah, or the Mammoth.
right. I actually think I'd be more because they're proposing like an alignment where there's 2 leagues or conferences, however you want to do it, and then there's 4 team divisions on each side, kind of just exactly how the NFL is lined up currently.
Yeah.
But I think I'd be in more favor for large divisions like the NHL has. So the NHL has 2 conferences, and there's 2 divisions of 8 teams in each conference. I think I'd be more inclined to be in favor of that than the small divisions.
So I want to say the realignments that we saw based off of like MLB on Fox, like what they thought, like their
Yeah.
experts. They have the Giants being in a division as the A's, the Mariners, and the
Portland team, yeah.
And would you feel different if the Giants were still in a division with the Dodgers, but they had to realign it to like not have maybe the Diamondbacks or the Padres?
The only team I really care about is the Dodgers. I'd love to still be in a division with the Padres too, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I think the only team that I just okay, I'll say this. I think that there's probably a lot of people that don't maybe understand or have any respect for the Giants Dodgers rivalry, and it's not like it's a great rivalry right
And
now.
it's not Yankees Red Sox. A few things are.
Right. I mean, I would argue historically it would
probably
be
the second.
behind that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you could argue Cubs and Cardinals, but I think it would be right there with the Cubs and Cardinals. I think part of the issue too is that the Dodgers and Padres have maybe a tighter rivalry right now,
absolutely.
just based on.
But you can't. Yeah, historically, it's more Giants
Right.
Dodgers.
I think like the Dodgers Padres current rivalry is kind of what like when the Niners and Seahawks were both good and they had a rivalry. That's what I equate it to. I don't necessarily think of the Seahawks as our main rival necessarily
Who do you
as a
think
Niner fan.
you think
I don't know, to be honest.
I mean,
like
'cause-
historically was the Cowboys, but that's not an interdivision rival.
Because you could say the Rams more
Rams with
recently.
the
but-
NorCal SoCal thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think they'd be making a mistake from, an opportunity to keep a rivalry together.
Because I saw some of the realignments on MLB on Fox that they had, and it did have the Yankees and the Red Sox still in the same division.
Right.
Because I think
That one they showed, what they called it, like the all toxic fan base division, where it's like Phillies, Red Sox, Yankees, and Mets,
Oh my God.
which is kind of funny to think about.
I was kind of in favor of the Giants realigning and not being with the Dodgers because, I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
It kind of makes the rivalry better and it keeps it going. But it honestly, I think it gives the Giants a better chance to win their division.
I get that
Because the Dodgers have been whooping ass in that division for the last, besides 2021, since 2015, right?
yeah, I get that, but I think that's like a
Like loser mentality.
little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, yeah.
Well, I think the one I saw, like the Dodgers, Angels, I think Padres, I think Diamondbacks would be in a division together. That'd be kind of fun. I mean, that'd be competitive.
Yeah.
A little bit. I mean, I guess maybe not the Angels, but
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that would essentially be the NL West without the Giants.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, the realignment ideas that we've seen are very regional. So it's like it's really making the National League the West or the Western Conference in a way, and the American League the Eastern Conference. Which I don't know. I'm not terribly against the idea of kind of splitting the country in half and making leagues that way, but I do like the fact that we've had the National League and like we do get to play the Phillies and the Mets on a regular basis. You know?
Yeah. It just kind of seems like this is going to happen eventually. But I can kind of see them expanding before they do a realignment. Or
They would. I think they would have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be stupid to take what they have already. I mean, there's really nothing wrong with what they have right now, and then realigning it, before expanding.
So yeah, that's a good question. With that being said, what time is it?
Last call.
That was easy.
What do you got?
Well, I guess I was going to ask, do you have any bold predictions brewing for next week by chance for NFL preview?
Not off the top of my head. Stay tuned for Gage's guarantee. It could be an all-time.
That's right. I can't.
We also have to make sure. We also have to decide what I'm going to drink. If I'm wrong, I probably won't be because I wasn't last year. But I also might have a lot more games. I have to really think about it because I think at first when I saw the schedule, I was like, "Oh my god, the Cowboys are going to lose 7 games." But I did already guarantee that they were going to lose to the Eagles game 1, so that's already on wax.
Yep.
That's already there.
Yep.
So that's 1. That's 2 weeks from today.
I hope to God the Cowboys blow the fucking Eagles off.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. But
No chance.
But I hope
the spread could be 21, and the Eagles will probably still win.
You think Mike is playing week 1?
I don't give a fuck. I don't care anymore. I don't.
Sounds like you do.
No, I don't. I don't care at all. I really do not. Did I tell you?
Sorry.
Did I tell you what my dad said to me last week? Did I do this already?
Yeah, I think you did, yeah.
Okay, I won't say it again. But no, I do not care because it doesn't matter either way. The Cowboys aren't going to be Super Bowl contenders with Micah Parsons or not. It's just not. No, it's not. Don't give me that. Is he throwing the football? Is he catching the football?
He should.
No, yeah.
Make him running back. RB1.
Yeah.
He could run some motherfuckers over.
How's that podcast doing, Micah?
Yeah.
What about you?
Maybe.
Do you?
Maybe.
Okay.
I've got some thoughts on my NFL predictions. I got them kind of lined up, but I could go a little.
I gotta do some
Could go a little crazy. Last race of the NASCAR regular season is this Saturday at Daytona. Saturday night, that is.
night race.
Night race. Yeah, Tyler Reddick, Alex Bowman. 2 guys on the playoff bubble coming into the weekend. Big names like Chris Buescher, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski all need a win to get in. And Daytona's a crapshoot. Anything can happen.
I'm glad I dropped Brad.
You know what's funny, though? He scored way more points than your boy Josh Berry has since you left him.
But would I rather the points or the automatic playoff?
Well,
bid?
Josh Berry getting bounced out of the playoffs
Yeah,
round 1. What's the difference?
Having a down year, okay? Having
Yeah.
a down year, it's tough. It's
You're still
tough.
in the hunt. You're still in the
Yeah,
hunt.
I'm not. No, it's all right.
You got anything fun?
Oh, for last call?
Yeah.
Let's see. I thought I mentioned this a while back, but apparently I was wrong. Derrick Rose will get his number retired by the Bulls in January. I thought I mentioned Derrick Rose getting his number retired.
You may have, yeah. I don't know.
But then I saw.
What do you think that you didn't?
Well, I thought I remember talking about it. And then I saw a video today of them telling him, like, in person, and he started crying, which is cool because, he's... To me, it's deserving because he won MVP for the Bulls, didn't win a championship in a tough time when the Heatles were doing their thing, but he's definitely... He's from Chicago, too, I believe, right? Derrick Rose.
I don't know that, but he may be. Yeah, he may be.
And he's deserving of getting his number retired.
Yeah.
I think it's...
Won MVP, had a great career, took the Bulls pretty far in the playoffs.
Yeah, he had a terrible injury that derailed his career. What about you? Got anything else?
Yeah, you're picking first in the fantasy football draft this weekend. You excited?
I already know where I'm going. I'm not gonna. I've been thinking to myself, like, I'm not gonna get too cute. I know what I usually do. I shouldn't go against it. Go with what I know. It's worked.
Yeah.
So I know what I'm gonna do.
Doing my research, it looks like based on our new scoring format, that running backs at the very top end are going to be the most valuable.
Yeah.
I do believe that. Yeah. So I'm curious to see what everybody else does.
Because I think, because our league's on ESPN, their top ranked player is Jamar Chase. It's hard for me to pick a receiver one. I know he had a hell of a year. I know he had an all-timer year, but for me, I don't think I could do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's tough. I'm a running back first pick guy,
Yeah.
or any first round pick guy.
I don't even think between running backs and receivers that Jamar was even the highest scoring player last year. So
it's weird that that's the case for.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of trend towards go two big time wide receivers with your first couple picks or something, and then wait for some depth running backs later on. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, everyone's got their own ideas about how to go about it.
Yeah, exactly.
But
also, Dev and I are planning on going to the A's game in Sac on Monday.
Nice. Yeah.
I just found out that I have to call tomorrow for jury duty for Monday. So hopefully,
oh shit! Really?
I mean, I kind of just didn't really think about it. I have the paper and all that, but
that sucks.
Well, I mean, I have to call tomorrow,
right, to find out if you have it. Yeah.
So I'm really hoping I don't have to.
That's a bummer. I mean, even just getting the letters sucks.
Well, and I got the letter weeks ago, but it said call one day, the days in
They gave you the letter and they said it's 3 weeks out.
Yeah.
Damn, I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't it's the 25th,
Huh.
so I have to call tomorrow. It's one business day before,
Oh yeah.
or
Interesting.
24th or something like that.
Yeah.
No, 25th. Because tomorrow's 22nd.
Yeah. Interesting.
So fingers crossed that. I mean, Devin got the tickets that you could get a refund.
Gotcha.
Luckily, so. But I do not want to have to spend my Monday at the courthouse.
No, I don't think so either. I wouldn't.
And I want to go to an A's game. I want to go to SAC.
I think it'd be cool to see an A's game there. You've never been to a Rivercats game there, right?
Not there, no.
Yeah.
No.
It's a solid minor league stadium.
Yeah, I've seen pictures and stuff. Looks cool.
Did she get seats or did she get lawn?
We got seats.
Seats, nice.
Yeah, pretty cheap. I mean, I think when I was first looking at A's games, I was looking specifically at Giants A's games, and that was during 4th of July weekend. The tickets were ass expensive.
Yeah.
$150 plus.
Well, they were expensive for other games too. It wasn't just that. Early on, and then when they started tanking, as they always do.
Exactly. So fingers crossed for me to no jury duty.
Yeah.
Please, knock on wood, right?
Well, next episode we're going to be doing NFL season preview, predictions, gauges, guarantees, all that fun stuff.
Can't wait. Got to do some homework though.
Yeah, and then we'll probably take a week off, the week of the actual kickoff of the season, and just let that unfold, and then we'll be back at it.
It's do I want to go out for the Cowboy-Eagle game? I really don't. I'll see what my dad wants to do. I guess we could all go out and watch it.
Yeah, why not?
Just see my team get their asses
Game
kicked.
1. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching, listening. We're going to see you all
Appreciate
next
you.
week. Peace.